If you think that good lighting is the answer to your bad sculpt, stop kidding yourself, bro. It's not going to work. Okay. You need to stop fooling yourself and stop this madness immediately. Okay. And stop trying to light something that sucks. I'll be the first person to admit that this is the same thing that I was doing. You can see that here my Sukuna sucks, but I was still lighting it. The Joker sucks, but I thought, oh, maybe, good lights is the solution. Spider-Man, Thanos, and yeah, these are the ones that I could find the viewport and the rendered version for. But yeah, good lighting is not the answer to a bad sculpt, and that is why I completely stopped doing it. Okay, if you don't know me, my name is Ishaq, and I've been a 3D generalist in the mobile game industry, handling the complete pipeline for the last 6 years, worked on 200 plus projects. I've been a top rated freelancer on Upwork, but all this time I was interested in learning to sculpt, but I could never do it because I sucked and I just did not have the right mindset. Neither did I have the proper path. I bought so many courses, but I was still overwhelmed, and yep, I wasted 6 years in the process. But now I finally sculpt the characters that I am proud of, and not only that, I help other people achieve similar results in as little as a month. You can see all the results here. And in this video, I will tell you all of the secrets, and I will tell you why you should stop lighting your sculpts, because it just wastes your time and it keeps you in the same place. Okay, so make this video 2x, make it full screen so that you're not distracted, and let's dive in. Okay, the first thing that you need to realize, okay, is that lighting is not the answer to a bad sculpt. Imagine these two scenarios. Okay, there's a Da Vinci and there's a Jerry. Now in both of these scenarios, they have the same course material and they both practice for 1 hour a day and they make art. Okay, this is what a Jerry does. Okay, a Jerry, he makes his sculpt, then he lights it, then he makes a background, then he sets cameras, and then he renders, and then he makes different angles, and then he renders a 360 shitty turntable, and then he edits in Photoshop and I don't know, Canva or Lightroom, and then he posts it on social media. This is what he does. Okay, and this process, since he has only 1 hour a day to make art, this takes such a long time. How much of this time is he sculpting? Very little. Most of his time is spent decorating the piece of shit that he has. You need to know, bro, that if you have a piece of shit and no matter how many flowers you put on that piece of shit, it is still a piece of shit. Okay, he makes a piece of shit here in this section. Where's the draw tool? Yeah, he makes a piece of shit here, and then all of this time is spent decorating that piece of shit. This is what a Jerry does. This is what a Da Vinci does. He just practices sculpting. That is it. He doesn't light, he doesn't render, he doesn't care about likes, he doesn't care about other people's validation. He just practices because he knows that this art is for me, not for the people that I'm posting this on social media for. Okay, and I'll be honest, bro, I was a Jerry for the longest time. I tried to make things that were cool. I tried to light it because then it makes it look less shitty. Yes, you can hide some parts of your sculpt, the bad parts, with some good lighting maybe, but still the truth is that it's a shitty sculpt. Okay, be honest, bro. In this scenario, who do you think is going to learn more? Is Da Vinci going to progress more in the course of a month, or is it going to be Jerry? Now, you already know what the answer is, right? So tell me, bro, why are you being... Oh my God, bro, how do I remove the draw tool? Okay, why are you being a Jerry? Why? You know the answer, but still, no. you want to go and light your shitty sculpt. Why is that? The only thing that you need to do is to practice your sculpt. And let me tell you, bro. Let me show you what is enough. So, you don't need lighting for a good sculpt. And sure, Miss Hog, let me show you. Let me show you, bro. So here, once you do make a sculpt, all you need to do is to go here on this drop-down menu and then press shadows. And boom, now your sculpt looks good. Okay, this is how you judge. So many people make this because, oh, I need to add lighting so that I can see, so I can match it to my reference and I can see some shadows. It gives me more depth. Shut up. Just go here, enable shadows. That is it. That is all you need to do. And being honest, bro, if this doesn't look good, nothing can make it better. No amount of skin pose is going to make it better. No amount of texturing is going to make it better. No amount of lighting is going to make it better. And then this is why you waste so much of your time, and then you wonder, oh boy, why am I not improving? This is why you're not improving, bro. You make a shitty sculpt and then you spend all the rest of the time decorating that piece of shit. It's not gonna work. Okay, so if you go to the viewport and if you enable shadows and you don't like what is on the screen, don't light it. Work on it more, figure out what is it that you are lacking, and then work on something else. Okay, so yeah, shadows, that is more than enough. And if it doesn't look good, stop fooling yourself. Okay, you need to know, bro, that if you want to get better at sculpting, the only thing that you need to do is to sculpt. That is it. Okay, and if you suck at sculpting, I have my free 1 month head sculpting challenge, which you can join, which is absolutely step by step. Yep, you can see no one at me. I won't teach you bullshit names, because I swear, bro, this is the thing that was that held me back for the longest time. Okay, but more on this later. You want to know, bro, that if you're lighting, you're not sculpting. The only thing that is going to make you improve, the only thing that is going to improve you is sculpting. So if you're lighting, you're not sculpting. If you're rendering, you're not sculpting. When you're setting cameras, you're not sculpting. When you're making that shitty turntable video, you're not sculpting. When you're posting on social media, you're not sculpting. The only thing that you need to do is to do the sculpt. So just focus on the sculpt. And if you need a step-by-step program, I have a free course, and I already showed you the kind of results that the members are getting. Okay? So, yeah. What else? And here you can see, bro, I completely stopped lighting my lighting my sculpts. And you're gonna wonder, like, okay, Ishaq, but does that mean that I should never, ever, ever, ever light my sculpts? No, that is not what I'm saying, bro. You need to analyze what the scenario is. So, for example, if you're practicing, these are my practices. I did not light at all. I just went to the viewport and then I enabled shadows the way that I showed you. That is it. This is what I do when I practice. And that is what you have to do when you're practicing. That is it. If you want to post on social media and you don't want to spend a lot of time lighting, this is something that you can do. This is something that I do. So if you go on my Instagram, this is how I post. Okay, I just take a viewport screenshot and then I add a background in Photoshop. That is it. This is when I want to make an effort, just an effort. But then when do you want to light? You want to light when you want to present, when it's for portfolio. So this is something that I did so that I can find projects for 3D printing models, and then I did. Okay, in this case you need to light, but the base is that if your base sucks, then there's no point building a portfolio. For a portfolio, bro, the first thing that you need to do is to get up to that point where you can present that work. If it sucks, stop fooling yourself. The most valuable thing that you have is your time. So invest it properly. If you want to learn how to sculpt, then just sculpt. Stop lighting, stop rendering, stop trying to learn how to animate, stop trying to learn how to retopologize, because that is irrelevant right now. You cannot retopologize a bad looking sculpt. And if you spend time watching tutorials on how to light, how to render, how to texture, how to retopologize, how to animate, then I swear to you, brother, that when the time comes that you have to retopologize and animate, you're already going to forget all of the concepts that you watched, and you have to follow those tutorials again. So what's the point? You are just wasting your time. Okay, stop being a cherry. And yeah, these are the examples that I have. And if you're struggling with sculpting, bro, I just showed you, I have a free 1 month head sculpting challenge where you can join. It's absolutely free. You don't need years of practice. I don't dive into the fluff. I won't tell you fancy names of the bones and the muscles, because you are an artist. You are not a doctor. And I've already broken down it into a 4-week plan, which you just have to slot 1 hour every day and just show up. By the way, the model that I showed here, this is from the new course that I'm making, the new anatomy course that I'm recording right now, and it will be out probably in the next week. So if that is something that you're interested in, you can check out the Da Vinci School. This will exclusively be available in the Da Vinci School and the Blender Sculptor Pro. So that is something that you can check in the description as well. That is all for today. Let me know in the comment, how do you find this video? If this was nice, just like, comment, let me know, share it with a friend who might find it beneficial, and subscribe for more. Goodbye. Here's a fist bump.